Thanks. Mate. The footfalls. We're just about there. I'm using OBS to stream. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, this place. Guess we can buy some stuff. What weapons they have? Sure, it's right here. Yeah, well, here I'll look for it anyways. Yeah, there you go. Welcome back. I'm pleased that you're there. I've been getting along. See if don't want to go through, but thanks for the poor estimates said we must ascertain where the abducted were taken. None but the Avengers know the answer. So you say we're not willingly part with this information. I fear but will be soon for all is said and done. Thanks. Life material and everything. Though we seek peaceful solutions to Burma upon, we must need to be ready to fight for their cause. That you might take to feel super prayer should meet with the goblin queens of my stays moving body. He is called for no small which is real farming, choosing Reverend method of interesting equipment to arrows. The knowledge of this man was once closely guarded secret, but thanks to which it instituted, it has been discriminated to the great benefit of all the realm. Will serve you well to acquire information of the boss for this purpose. I shall lend you a blade. Take Timon and bid him to use it downstream in his craft. Treasure is even to be found at its camp in central thinly place known as the bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and then it will become clear. Alright. How many quests I've done so far? Maybe 50. These quests aren't that long. quest. Same place I was at. Heck is that? Let's go. I think I'll win. The things are huge. Let's see. Here's the end of this. Should be. For 10 minutes. Here he is. So what's up? What unlock contain of my check mobile robots? Fighting tool drinks in air self. That looks like Jason. In full verse, a fighting tool changes the solar nature of materia. Materia joined with other fighting tool. The biggest fighting tool gains power of air stuff. Lieutenant should recommend the upland friend of Menifilla. Yes, tall, flat, rare ears and Multimax for fairness. Menifilla wants upland to power materia upland everything fighting tool to Multimax, yes. Fighting tool is Ultron and Eden to make good technical show power materia. The Materia Master. Now eyes of upland point at fighting tool, yes. Materia joined with fighting tool. Fighting tool gains power materia. Fighting tool reborn here upland and take fighting tool to Menifilla. Materia, strictly speaking, is kind of crystal. It's created by drawing out the infinite concentration piece equipment and then crystallizing them. I can learn how to use materia. Not just any old equipment will serve. Mind you, it must have sufficient spirit quality that being manufactured from the item have been imbued with its own spirit. When you watch a piece of material gear, you get the whole item with its power. That's how Master Witcher team a dagger used from Superman's patroller to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding. Should upland wish to be joined with materia, the upland and best field brain kit for knowing of crafty making. But know if crafting make it, Uplander can become a winner of materia. If Uplander wants to bring case to rise with knowing of material, Uplander best trade tongue flap with any ones of my tuna mix. Alright. Look at tuna mix. Oh. I had it. Material. Attribute. Alright. Guess I'll learn it along the way. Oof. I don't like these ones. No. Alright, I guess. The one almost ran me over. Anything else here? Ooh. point, I think. You can go through there. Oh, make sure you visit the by proof fruitful. However, more different simply mature can make grand skills need to remember the skills are not required, but one need only look upon the source of effort worthwhile. And I'm going to show you where the quadruples equipment can be different between victory and the free material may well give you the edge you need here. So make it your ally. Some weeks of the Maverick expert. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Oh, Lord of the Inferno. Word has arrived from Thurgood concerning an ongoing investigation. Here he was able to transfer information from our friend on Gus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with Elijah to discuss their dealings. The Barthlane believe the meeting will present an ideal picture and capture them at your responsible for the objective, and so they need to have Ungut attend as planned. As the Munja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the more Flame have requested our support. Well, I would have you provided to them, which is their inquiries personally intended to another, but will join you as soon as he's able. Just as time as he does, he will be Sarah's sole representative from the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him, such as his confidence, your confidence I share. We have made ready to pray. Take yourself to Camp Durant and report to the Facer leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Lord of the Inferno. Took almost all mine. Alright. There you are. Maybe sure the soon my things were gonna feel more stronger for you. Your sister allowed me to be fine on mission ready to Cavalicia and preach from the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men are aware that their man Uncut has been so when they come to the river board to material will spring the trap. Owing to the climate nature of the mission, we can put only small contingent. Everyone must count some requests. The aid of the Seance. The render events will take place at the invisible city. Please make your way there and wait. Stand to learn much more of the Armanja's plot. If the mission succeeds, Christian, let's make sure it does. I can't read today. Physical city, well, how far is that? Well, I'm for. Actually, no, not too bad. Just like more farther from over here, the bottom of the map. I don't level up a red barrel. 30, I can use a gladiator mission. I think that's what level it was. Right here. Sorry, I can't help you guys. Sure. This guy, so he was a traitor. Is a bait in place. Our man is in position, sir. Good, if we make our move as soon as the margins appear. Yes, sir. You're saying he was a noble citizen. It's time. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Damn, we thought we had the trap on them, they had the trap on us. Hehehe. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this guy tricked us. Our free little ambush ends here. I eluded them more flame plus for moves before finally being caught. Do you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Kaha. You every move was known to me ahead of time. Punch. Now, as much as I love to travel, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Kill him. Let's do this. My level was still high, could end this easily. I get a lot of XP for this. I want to get all the way out there. Alright, this never gonna take this one out. Oh, hey. Thought I failed for a second. Too many. Put up your weapons or your comrades are detonated. Behind you. Where's Think Red? What the hell? Bring him. Oh, this guy. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. And we've been taken prisoner. Further mention me, give us a goddess and offer if I must die, to let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Facts. And we've been captured. We'll break out. Status. Alright. Let's wait. Dun 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 dun. Average wait time less than 5 minutes. So they say. There came that was to bring us before the day for potential. You're not sure because you're looking horrible the devil now, are you? They say no one enters the ball with them, leaves with their mind. Jack, what do you think? They're saying better. Part of it before the Civil War map. Well, I haven't got anyone yet. Listen, these water feeds more international will set us to freedom. Or if all of us tend to flee, we are just got your alone must sneak out and send for a rescue party. We shall have one free secure conversation do, but he will show you the way back here. May the shall speed your way. Okay. Just in the nick of time. I was about failed. I was about to give up. Alright, let's do this. Lord of the Inferno, take to our plea, Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O my if a Lord of the Inferno, you have humble servant beat your grace us with your divine presence. Since the eclipse from Berserk. Hell is that? Almighty effort will bring for your anger and save who knows not your Godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch the heathen so with your clean flame, mark them as your own. Oh bloody hells, bring those two as well. They captured them too. Let's go on. This ain't what we agreed on. None but servants of Lord ever may behold the right of some in the souls of unbeliever or forfeited. No, spare me, I beg you. Now you're going down too. Pitiful children, oh man, by my breath I claim you, and once more as my loyal men, feed my flank with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. You kill someone, kill that Gus first. Almighty different. My one true God. Your words are my bread. What's going on? Pause by what soldier do you resist my master's will? Could it be your soul belonged to another? Yes, that's the only explanation. Forsooth, my family more the frame can serve a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The number of the tent was clear, though the art of the godless best number. The paragons warned of thine implication. Thine existence is to not be suffered. Let's do this. Level 22. This was 26 and level 2. Available. Walking. The same effort we guess as summon in other games like Final Fantasy 7. I wonder. hell? Welcome, you're the best, thanks. Oh man, you killed it. Slayed the demon. Some material, summoning material. Pray forgive my lateness. Oh, they're finally here. About time. Almost got killed. I was delayed by current creation family, which says that's where each scene more. Never listened to the last. This is slow. Ooh! Nice with it. Phew. See the blood swarm wasted no time extracting the captives. Well, as I expected from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardship won't just be good. They have much to answer for. I feel Odin and Ponfisher had known this mission would prove so dangerous, they would never have left you to face it alone. You would have given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation more as surrounds Camp Direbolt, shall we say. This way, sir. Yay, we did it. So that was the mighty Ifrit. Who's he? And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Udina interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old dear led by Filth Legion. Now we can expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Even the best of my near promise me you'll never change. We're wasting enough time with Amelia is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Now that we saw to read by taking point, I suppose we must content ourselves with knowledge on the objective. Yes, I find that controlled by the venture special travel into our plans. Perhaps, but this is consideration for another time. You haven't given a task as your priority, that you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Oh. What's allies like that? Sorry, I skipped that. Do it. Whether you come rest small, you will have no power to after winning the cost English defeat. A much of complete listening to our wrath for a time at least. Don't worry, I was in the process of apologizing. Who you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the ability to cheese. For me, be a whole body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. From whence a man is tempered. Oh, we found them. But also be to one the negativeness of a misfortune still which effortlessly and by your hand no less. That is deed of no ordinary individual. Now that I have ever thought you were ordinary, or on the contrary, I have long suspected that you have potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for time remains undemeaned. Mufil will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deed. I trust you shall object any bearing the tiny part of the way I keep claim to continue to this mission. You meanwhile have for yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to what you said. You're good and willing to discuss my with you then. Just don't take too long waiting. This world's problems will solve themselves. I want a warmer like that whenever I can get it. Returns. Therefore told the newsboy that his person sort of came before partially but showing that one name is most eager to see you. My late arrival near the concentration is that I wasn't there when the monster took him prison, and I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such a danger. Just alone, I failed him utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done. Think great. You can ill blame yourself for every. It is so good to see you again. In impeccable time, my friend. I just finished recording Miller with your heroic exploits. Theocrat told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The purge you faced with undoubtedly great, yet part of me believed to have no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to a long investigation. Suspected the monsters undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the realm of summoning the primal Ifrit. Narn is attempting to assimilate and have the robots problems and learning government to light. I guess you've been curious as to how these terms are linked to the Permo. Permit me to explain. Having manifested to the physical realm, Permos must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here. The stronger they become, the more ether they acquire. No, aether exists through the creation, flows through all life, and permits very air that we breathe. All this is low enough like to say the likes of Ephraim. Now he and his can require more concentrates of ether crystals. For this reason, this is a long crystal can often be traced back to a Permo. It leaves us with why of the deduction to understand they must first understand how Permos are born. When all this is well with the world, Permos possess no physical for their senses disposed across the great river of aether. When the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the Permos crowd the god for different from suffering. Those cries serve a beacon towards the Permos scenarios of the is coming together to be physical form. Once born, Permos gain strength for its followers who worship. The more numerous and servers they are, the more powerful the gods become. But the Permos are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give in order to gain more power. They do not scumble to create follow, they do by attempting more a process in which you yourself are subjected. Yes, even after took your commerce and sale, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the echo. I thought it might have been something like that. We know not what the why of it, but those who possess the echo are immune to Permo influence. It's not reading. It is though a great power protects us. When first you came to, I told you the echo instrument in dealing with the Permo. I trust you now begin to see why. Then you see all your commentary and playing some other break designs of a new development and one which still filling with unshakable sense of foreboding, which share consumer praying feelings born for relief at your safe return. All the more influence sure me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. Will be rest easy for a time as you take full advantage of the resurrection. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felt ill after, you will have nearly a moment to yourself. Whether she hearing or may for neglect to tell you something I think is best you hear from one of us. But it concerns the tempered abductions that were rescued. It concerns the tempered abductions that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that are all to be put to death. The flames with who you were in prison included. Need to say this information may not be made known to all. Wait. It concerns the tempered abducts that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death. Even the general? I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the Permo who he cannot choose but worship. And so we shall continue our fight. The more innocent needs to be sacrificed. I hope that you can understand with us. Yeah. I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses people suffered. Till next time. Oh, I know he's still alive. God forgive me, how many more lives Luxus would never have allowed this to happen. I have to be stronger. Who's Luxus? Hey, can I level up? No, damn. Hero in the making. Until not very long ago, you were but one of the many rich seeking to make their way in Arizona, but for a very character and quality, you were raised to esteem post of for. Therefore, you travel to the realm and aiding those in need without thought of reward. From the Thancred and the students will both benefit from your aid, and no sooner have you joined us than you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time. You won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without price, as you will soon discover. We have guessed, or rather, you have guessed. What? Beg pardons. Lady Minifer, readiness as always. I am given to understand that the students of the Seven Dawn have personally welcomed you here into their minds. I am here on behalf of the Master Grand Company of Limbs and Lumsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, you recently explored have garnered the attention of the Grand Companies of Eros. Each organization would have efforts planned for its own. To this end, all three have sent offers to court you. This minority goes suddenly to enlist a new recruit, and they have its evidence of the highest regard for you. I found myself wondering how word leads spread so quickly that the more influence should know if its trump is to spread the board of the other grand companies. Your reputation precedes you, Master. This is no ordinary man who could face this point emerge of victory. The Order of the Twin Outlaw has needs of willing men such as you. Join our strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure the peace ever reigns over the 12th wood. What a pleasure to finally meet you, Master. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Before you aid us against the Manchas and their tree primal, yours was a respected name in Uda, where people would know and love you well. A man of your time blondes with immortal flames, join your strength to our friends and together let's secure a personal future forward. Maybe. The Admiral was not accurate when she said you have the look of a hero. Fun obviously does not speak of you, friend. It's only natural that we should want you for the monster and join the strength of our together. Let's see the grand fest of Limsa looming the shores of glory. Oh, Limsa. So I get to choose? Lady Minifleur. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminder me. Perhaps the brief summary of the situation will help to clarify your thoughts, but as you know, the grand companies are all encompassed in coordination power to call upon the material content and technologies of the respective city-states and towns to strive. They printed through your socials and arrows of the mainstream of the limits of the Order Twin and the mortal flames of Utai. Like limits because of snow, serving Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your first, you'll be furnished with various rewards. Some of them may well preach to you in other endeavors. If you are arguing over which the Grand Company best serve your lordship, break the commitment you made the day you come to which the day you are no choice, no choice of your fate. It was a lot of reading. As part of this process, I am giving an understand leader of each company will deliver an address. Hearing this address ought to help you make informed decision. What say, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are wise, beautiful, my lady. You are on your leader speak. Then return here with this decision. We will await your answer. I know well the Vengers are by their nature liberal, loving bread, and not best suited for the military service. I shall argue to join a grand company nonetheless, while the promise of war is injuring itself. If not, the only benefit you are possessed of great power, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. You know the great powers will attract attention. Not all of it's friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you need to be on the lookout for that. Yeah, however, in Chirwa, you are but one man in the midst of great company. However, you'll be one man strong as many among friends. Your achievement will be shared, and so will be the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Or joint organization need not mean leaving another hope that could change your eye upon your aid. The 12 know that we'll have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nation. We see on the and seek to preserve the future, or as a whole similar, not quite the same. Now I expect that you will be free more often in the future, so that we'll have you carry this in picture and will allow you us to say and discard this location. Use our shapers and have the power to help shape it new. Now I can say that there's no brain, but so I believe in ourselves there is not we can achieve here. Now it's time you make journey for your journey before you depart. Be sure to speak to Charles to surprise as to where in the rest is going to do you take place. Oof. Speak with Todd. What is that? I'm trying to get ready. They have to do that. I was already there, I think. So dumb. I'm gonna talk to him in the video, I think. Or I'll see. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm so dumb. My house praise low too loud and often to make you him next time. Be sure to hold my tongue if necessary. I say you want to know where the rest is, so I can play if all playing cards screen call me over the trailer. For first of 3 channels, so I do the channel. As probably mentioned this point and due to organization chat involvement and me to the party. Follow the word of the server might change, still there's not much we can do about it. So make ready your first protocol. Next, you need to go to Wuda where the furniture will be doing the massive opening. I want to with this special guess how exciting. Last but not least, you must make winter stream. That's a lot. They will off you know how you fire so shut the station push forward on terms of time and look at my routine for your travel plan farewell. So you guys didn't understand me. A lot of reading. This one first. Here to attend the reserve criminals due to give a troublesome moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Oh wait, no, this is somewhere else. That's
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
yeah.
The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa.
United strength. Lisma.
I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons
shame.
against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring
good
us
speech.
victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but
True.
a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea. Gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Ew, I like that speech.
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
If you'll permit me, Alfie No,
What?
and my sister, Alize, at your service.
What's your names?
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
Yeah.
You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
As Emma mentioned, her journalist Melusa is prayed by two best tribes. The first are the fish-like second worship from the living Theon. The second are the who dwell beneath the earth and take Montana for their god. As the best tribes present more trouble enough, the girl has also to drag forces around the Limsians' backyard. That is to say, of internal strife. As the nation part, there is no end to the blood fiends between the various faction while they fight amongst themselves. The glades of the blades and watch. It's some sort of trap. Any hope will stand the emperor, they must resolve their own affair. Different must be satisfied in the friends of threat to it once and for all. To this aspect, they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Marmar was the minister standard, be drenched deeper shade of crimson ere long. If there's a capable venture like you, you will be valuable to teach the crew is beyond question. So Quintina, I mean, this is it. Oh, it's a lady with what's it called? White hair. Not this one that we just saw. Another one. Yeah, I think it's this one. It's really pretty though. Old Gridenia. What if it's like this because it's Christmas? It'll always be like, or it's always like this. Combination.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
This music. Yeah, this is it. This is the one. Okay, Gridenia.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals,
Okay, Gridenia.
and were granted a
That's all
place
we're gonna do, I think.
beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity,
Hey, those
and
twins
blessed
again.
by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into
Or is
the
it different
great
twins? One's
nation
look older.
it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian
No, it's the
standard?
same one.
There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer. The entwined circles
Let's follow me.
represent the unity between Hyur and Elezen. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the
music.
peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on the
high
bloody
roads
Ixal.
without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be
Yeah.
done.
It's up to us to protect the
Follow
forest.
the elementals!
Tiger seats. So beautiful. She's a queen. Who are these guys? Okay, I like the Griffith one with the G.
Fancy meeting you again.
You guys followed me. The Grinders are fortunate enough to have control with two beast tribes. The lights are requested of war troublesome, big enough in nature, walker dispose of one to summon their bloodthirsty Permaguarda. The said be conscious of the peaceful nature being mischievous rather than river and have long been on friendly terms with the Guardians until recently, as they have grown a little bit chance with and the settlement of the Primrose. The Guardians have no love for war and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though the clap will act evermore, you may be sure that they do so in self-defense as for the symbol they are yet broken by a peace treaty, and thus wonder how long it will be before it is broken. The chosen was going to use it and leaving currently in their room to attack. This is nice though. If you are hopefully restoring the woods and defy the power of the elements, put an end to the woods. See how long it will take centuries out of Wager. Meanwhile, the Lex will continue their greatest sport by the course and her smooth packs for destruction. Whether the greatness like you or not, sooner or later will come to all out war when it does order the trend and when all the help it can muster. However, might the AF Camp adventure proved to them then? Guys are walking? If I haven't seen you tie, won't die. Damn it. Alright, it's right here. Alright, we're back home.
Behold!
Oh, this
'tis the
guy.
Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Rauban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldar have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
That's how you say Ul'dah. Oh, you guys followed me here.
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you,
This is
line not
Sparta.
your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Ul'dah.
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Rauban?
No, she's gonna talk. The princess or
People
queen.
of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
Even the lady with the white hair, they like screamed. You know, but in the grid, the lady was so calm.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I
Fancy meeting you again.
Yeah, you guys followed me. The Uta have a long history of confident watches, spectrum that worship supreme way free. Judged by the look of this etiquette, you have encountered them. The Utas do not shy from confronting it, and all threats to precious prosper, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with if freed this far, assumes his fate each time he has spoken to them. Yeah, he has but one severe problem though. They have been quiet these past 4 years, the guards have gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in Dole, and Uta has no clear pulse on how to deal with them. But all that even the sword knit of coffers bottom and assuming running the handle court resource will ever be infinite. Which brings me back to the subject. If it has been observed that the monsters are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uta send the force to find the primals. And though the invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood and a war of intention which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder that the wonderful and eager to recruit more members. Since to spread out with the venture of your experience will be a most welcome addition to the ranks. Now we're here all the time for the sake of life and gentlemen struggling share with you. Dad, I'm not joining them. It's my hometown. I want to go somewhere else. I want to explore the world. Christian, this is wonderful you are. Well, I hope what I've been granted thing that the final revision service has not concluded. When we're going to say what Canoe said, just I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Company. We're delighted that we're to have them here. The way that it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer. Ensure hurry back. Let's go. See how long we're streaming for. 1 hour and 31 minutes. After I choose my rank, I mean, plays I belong to that on video. this outfit. It's cool. Only was to show you had hope, and each of us surprised that you know why you're such a man, that there were more of you Christian, but you want to be Joffrey, where do you just want to take what you find to once your mind made up, pray, give the company officer your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alisaie, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
No, chill. I wish I could hear you.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Taking the oldest season of Wars after Jar, he was on a train destiny with that twin Adler. Hold up. Gardenia. Your chosen one, my friend, those singers will be overjoyed with the further speed which in order to complete their most we must approach our headquarters in Gardenia at the Adder's Nest. The building seat stands in the sun premises of the city, now called Gardenia. Give your name to press officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt that your deeds will bring honor to our order when next we meet in Gardenia. I shall proud to call you my brother. Oh. What's this you need to take up with Alan? But did the aspirant figure of General Renastor you dead? He can seem a fraud intimidating, but I'm sure you won't try given time. If your mind is made up, there's no help for it. You know that the likes of Mentor or Jajef, who doesn't really won't come to us. What do we say? I shall stand with you at it. With the power you present, there will be those who wish you ill. I'm gonna talk to them and then end the video. Clanad. So I was playing Clanad. I don't get copyrighted. Your country on this headquarters on your Twitter, and you welcome the who join the name of the good for a forest nation. Yeah, I'm the hero. The Grand Venture itself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on the way. It is a pleasure and honor both to bring you to our rank friend. Now let me gather together the relevant documentation, sir. What is the report? The regiment from December served a high wind Skyship aircraft taking fire from before it skied over the east shore. The vessel engine was and it was forced to make an emergency landing southern of 9 Elvis. 9 Elvis it caught this kind of not cover West Temple all by him for 4% for dealing with an X. Mission, I know full well you have yet to be formally indentured right, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all lines of relation, we bearing 7 in the report archive. You'll have come down to close to Gurney occupied territory. Please make all haste and to get that share and send the state of our passengers. Alright guys, that was fun. Been streaming for 1 hour and 43 minutes. Damn, it's a lot. Anyways, this is the Anime Player. It was fun. Follow me on Twitch, the Anime Player 1997. On YouTube is the Anime Player. And yeah, stay Gucci, y'all. Peace out. Wait, hold on.